Hello, I am Dr. Lavelle Hardy, author, motivational speaker, and your companion on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Stay true, stay bold, and yes, stay uncensored. Have you ever thought about the different moments in time? One moment in time. What is a moment? It's a very brief period of time. It could be just like that. The blink of your eye could be one moment. One moment could be a few minutes. One moment could be a few hours, but it's still one moment in time. There are moments in time that we look forward to. I think about when a young lady is preparing for marriage. She spends more time on the wedding preparation than she does preparing for the marriage. But guess what? The wedding is really one moment in time. There are moments in time that we don't expect. Life has dealt us some things and we just didn't expect it. It was still one moment in time. There were moments in time that were anticipated. Schooling, jobs, careers, those are moments in time. There are moments in times that guess what we've done? We have truly ignored. There are moments in time that we have put into the season of denial. There are moments in times that we can never, ever envision encountering certain situations and circumstances. Let's think about that one moment in time. So when we think about living in the moment, I think about number one, being aware. Awareness of that moment in time. Mindfulness encourages us of our thoughts, our feelings, and our surroundings. Being aware of what's going on around you, that you can cherish that one moment in time and not let it be in vain. Number two is acceptance. A lot of things in our life we just don't accept. We tend to not accept things that we don't favor or that we don't like, but there are many things we have to accept. When I think about acceptance, accepting that present moment as it is without judgment, accepting where we are, who we are, and how we are without judging or being judged. Aren't you tired of being in a situation people judge you based off of what they think they know, what they think they've heard, or what they think they see, and you've been judged for that? Guess what? There's a moment in time for that. This can help you when you think about being aware, when you think about acceptance. There comes a time in our present that this will help reduce a moment of anxiety of what happened or what could have happened. One moment in time. This means acknowledging your feelings, your experiences, without trying to change them immediately. Sometimes you got to sit in that moment and think it out, figure it out, without trying to change it immediately, because sometimes I have learned we change prematurely. We've got to learn to live in reality, and as I always say, and not reality. Well, the third thing when I think about one moment in time is learn how to breathe and focus. Focus on your breath, whether it's a positive situation or a negative situation. My foundation, I love me on purpose. My motto is, and I say it all the time, you are worth every breath you breathe. All of those moments, whether it be good or bad, it's going to empower you to live life even more. Yes, breathe and focus. When you breathe and focus, this will help you in the present, and it also helps reduce distractions. Life is full of distractions, but when you learn how to breathe and when you learn how to focus, it can reduce distractions. Well, the fourth one is gratitude. I'm talking about one moment in time. Taking time to recognize and appreciate the small joys in life. When you take time to appreciate the small things in life, it can enhance your experience in this present moment if we just learn how to appreciate that one moment in time. Some of it's not so good, but I've learned to appreciate it because I've learned lessons from those one moments in time. Sometimes people say, we talk about death, and death is always in the conversation. Death is life. But I've learned to also appreciate those moments that death brings us. I learned how to live. I say all the time when I'm doing special services, everybody will die, but not everybody lives. And when you learn how to live those one moments in time, You'll learn how to look back over things that you've gone through and smile about it. The fifth thing that I think about when I think about one moment in time is reducing stress. Stress will kill you. Stress will take you out. Stress will bring on sickness. But how can we reduce it? Living in the moment can help reduce anxiety and stress. Because sometimes stress comes from looking into the future. What it's going to be like? What will it be? I always say, when it comes to my marriage, I didn't live to stay married. And somebody's like, well, why would you get married? Let me explain what I meant by that. When it came to marriage, we focus so much on everything else. Like, now, first of all, I just got married 2 days ago. Now I'm focusing on the 5th year anniversary. Let me get through the first year. Because I don't know how he was going to turn out. I didn't know how I was going to turn out. So I had to learn how to take each day as a day and as a moment in time and live that day. Reduce the stress, the anxiety of worrying about the future. Let me live for the moment. When you focus on the here and now, you will find that your worries about the future and regrets, they tend to diminish. Your worries and regrets about the past tend to diminish because you're focusing on here and now. So again, let me give you 6 practical tips on living in the moment. Since we are talking about one moment in time, give me some tips. Yeah. Give me some more, because it's going to help me. Mindful breathing. Take a few moments to focus on your breath because you are worth every breath you breathe. Inhale deeply. Hold for a moment and exhale slowly. Notice how your body feels with each breath. My daughter's a forensic psychologist, and I'm not going to tell you where she works. But one of her clients, when she walked in to do therapy, they looked and they said, Dr. Hardy, you have anxiety today? And she said, it's all right. Her client told her, breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. He was doing therapy with her, and I think she did it 3 or 4 times. He said, now, how do you feel? She said, I feel better. He said, okay, I'm ready for my session. How important it is to focus on your breath and your breathing. That's the first tip for living in the moment. The second tip is to engage your senses. Pay attention to what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, and what you touch. Engage your senses. Engaging your senses can ground you in the present because I'm aware of my surroundings, not focusing on the past. The third is limit your distractions. Limit your distractions. Try to minimize your distractions when engaging in activities. Try to minimize those things that tend to take you off course. Minimize your distractions. For example, which a lot of us don't do, but put your phone away during meals. Focus on what you're eating. Focus on, is it healthy for you? We just eating and cooking, but sometimes those phones can be a distraction. Limit things that come to interfere and interrupt conversation, but fully engage in the experience that you're in right then and there. The fourth thing that will help you live in the moment is practice gratitude. My saying is, I wake up with an attitude of gratitude. Doesn't mean everything is great. Doesn't mean everything has been perfect. Doesn't mean everything is going right. But I've learned to embrace and have an attitude of gratitude. At the end of each day, I want you to reflect on a few things you are grateful for, even if your day has been rough. Even if your day has been frustrating, take some time to focus on a few things that you have to be grateful for. You don't understand my day, but I woke up this morning. I got something to be grateful for. I'm breathing with no machine. Nothing is connected to me. I have something to be grateful for. I left out the house. I came back safe. I have something to be grateful for. Practice gratitude. The fifth thing is meditation. Consider incorporating meditation into your routine. Enter into a few minutes a day that can help cultivate mindfulness just going into a quiet space. Sometimes it's in your car. Sometimes when I'm driving, because sometimes when you get home, there are a lot of distractions. You got children, you got grandchildren, you got the phone ring, you got to eat, you got to do this, you got to do that. But sometimes in your car, I have learned my car is a place and a safe space for my meditation, because I don't have the radio on and nobody's in there with me. And I can meditate, I can calm down, I can think about my day and live in that moment. The last thing is, when you come to the end of that day and that you're getting ready to end the day, living one moment in time is about embracing the present and finding joy and meaning in it. What can I take from the lessons I had today? Life's lesson, the journey that I'm on. How can I enhance that and empower this moment in time? So I come to encourage you to embrace that moment. I encourage you to accept that moment. I encourage you to live in that moment. I encourage you to cherish that moment. And yes, I encourage you to feel that moment. I encourage you to understand we are all living one moment in time. Yes, I am Dr. Lavelle Hardy, and I welcome you, and I hope this will encourage you to understand you don't have time to waste, because your time is valuable, and it all comes into place with one moment in time. Enjoy it while you're living, and guess what? You are your own architect of your life. Enjoy those moments.